Niels staat daar en als je vertaling wilt, dan gaat je gewoon op Niels staan. Niels gaat zijn best doen om het
I will speak in English, as you already know. I'm representing the regional organization of the Communist Party of Greece in Belgium, and I will transfer a message from the International Department of Art. So, let us first express the solidarity of KKE, of the Communist Party of Greece, and of the Greek people with the heavily tested people of Egypt, who are at this moment engaged in an uprising, and let us denounce the deceitful role of the governments of the European Union and the United States of America. These are the governments which, until yesterday, supported and cooperated with Mubarak, promoting him as a shining example of democracy. Now that the people have risen up in defiance of intimidation, they pretend to be the defenders of its rights in order to save the development. They continue their interventions because they're afraid that maybe the struggle and sacrifices of the people will lead to radical changes. They're ruthless. In addition, the region of the Balkans and Southeast Mediterranean is a region of great strategic importance. The uprising of the Egyptian people, regardless of its outcome, has proven that the people are history's true protagonists, and that it's they who determine what is lawful and just. The people's rebellions do not belong to the past, as the defenders of capitalism claim. The 21st century will be the century of the irreversible revolutions. The bourgeois classes are concerned a lot, while people are on the streets. The most important issue for us, when the people are in a struggle, is that the communist parties, the workers' parties, must be capable to lead the people, not to a modernization of the capitalist system, but to the change of political power to socialism. The capitalist crisis that manifested itself in the imperialist centers of the US, the EU and Japan in a synchronized way embraces a large number of capitalist states, and is deep and prolonged. The shrinkage of the economy did not manifest itself solely in the EU, where the gross domestic product in 2009 was reduced by 4%, but it had a general character. The reduction of GDP in Greece continued in 2010, while the recovery observed in several other states is characterized as being unstable and uncertain. The capitalist human centers are concerned because, despite the fact that millions of euros were given for the support of the banks and the other capitalist businesses, the recovery is weak and characterized by instability, while the course of the economy keeps up with the increase in unemployment and the freezing of private consumption. The contradictions of the system cause serious difficulties in its management. The allocation of huge amounts of money to support the businesses has led to the increase of the debt and the deficits, while the restrictive policies deepen the recession. The scientific definition of the causes of the crisis on the basis of Marxist-Leninist analysis is of great importance of the communists. The Communist Party of Greece argues that the capitalist crisis reflects the intensification of the fundamental contradiction between the social character of production and labor and the private character, the capitalist appropriation of its results. The positions that attribute the causes of the crisis to management policies, placing the blame solely to neoliberal management, are unrealistic and dangerous. This is because they turn the blind eye to the activity of the laws of the exploitative system. They conceal the fact that the history of the crisis proves that they break out over time, irrespective of the form of management, either social democrat or liberal. The positions of social democracy and the opportunist forces, such as the European Left Party, are especially dangerous as they insist on putting the blame solely on the neoliberal management, consciously seeking to exonerate capitalism by means of various management measures. In that way, they confuse the people. They prettify the imperialist character of the European Union. They dissociate this mechanism of capital from the International Monetary Fund. The main anti-people policies and measures implemented over the last years, we all know that are escalated under the condition of the crisis, which are the cuts in wages and pensions, the abolition of collective labor agreements, the extension of part-time and temporary employment, and many others that we all know. In Greece, there have been multifaceted class struggles. Only in 2010, there have been 15 successful general strikes, a significant number of strikes in state sectors and companies, dozens of occupations of ministries and other public buildings, a variety of other struggles with the participation of hundreds of thousands of workers and popular forces. The Communist Party of Greece and PAME, the class-oriented movement, supported by our party in the movement of the farmers, the movement of self-employed women and youth, played the leading role in these struggles. The line between the Communist Party of Greece and the class-oriented movement expressed from the very beginning had a special contribution in this conflict with the capital. This was that the crisis, the deficit and the debt are a result of capitalist development, of the strategy that serves the monopoly groups, and that the working people are not at all responsible. The plutocracy must pay for the crisis. The struggle concerning every popular problem must aim at the organization, the concentration and the preparation of broader working class and popular forces, not only in order to create better conditions for the sale of labor power, but also for the overthrow of the exploitative system, in order to pave the way for the people's economy, for socialism. During this period of time, the class-oriented forces in Greece step up the preparation of the new general strike declared by PAME on the 23rd of February with a series of activities. The militant and class-oriented forces, namely the All Workers Militant Front, PAME, the Farmers Militant Rally, the Anti-Monopoly Rally of the Self-Employed, the Students Militant Front, and the Greek Women's Federation, called the popular strata and the youth to politicize their struggle and to condemn the Social Democrat government of PASOK, the Social Democrats, the European Union, the International Monetary Fund, that have declared war against the people with the support of Nea Demokratia, the Liberals, and of Laos, the far-right party in Greece. The Communist Party of Greece defends the socialism, which was constructed in the Soviet Union and the other socialist countries. It fights the study and critical attitude of the Communist Party of Greece, which was recorded in the relevant decision of the party's 18th Congress, focused exactly on that, on the causes and the factors which led to the historical setback, to the counter-revolution and the restoration of capitalism. An important step for the creation of recruitment and the ideological and political intensification of the international communist movement is the initiative of the International Communist Review, in which the theoretical magazines of the Communist Party of Greece and the Workers' Party of Belgium are participating together with other communist parties. We believe that this initiative is an important element for the strengthening of the international communist movement and its ideological and political counterattack. With these thoughts, we would like to thank you once more for the invitation, and we want to express our firm solidarity with the struggles of the Workers' Party of Belgium. Thank you.